What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. On this episode of Twisted Angle Garage, we are working on the restoration of my wife's 72 VW Beetle back here. We actually have been hiding this from her for about a month and a half or so. I haven't let her in the shop at all. It's not at our house, so it's not that big of a deal. It's in a commercial building away from our house, so she doesn't come by here that much anyways, unless I'm here all the time. But I haven't been here lately, so I haven't had to worry about it. But either way, she thinks that I've been working on putting this wiring harness in and stuff like that, which we actually have been putting in a wiring harness, but this is actually kind of a Christmas surprise for her. She hadn't had her car running in a few years, and I know she wants to get it back on the road and ride in it again and cruise along with me and the daughter in her truck and stuff like that. So I need to get on it and get her car back on the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell her to open that package up that she's got there in front of her right now and say Merry Christmas. And then we will go ahead and let her know everything we've got going on. So she's actually opening up the engine cover. It's right here. It is all painted. And that is actually the color I am working on. Painting this, you can see I've started doing some primer and sanding. I have already got fenders painted. They're not clear coated yet. Here are tail light buckets. I still have to get the hood and the doors in the main shelled, sanded, and painted. But either way, we're just getting it all back together. So in this video, we go over getting this painted, getting some stuff on those. We work on some of this wiring harness, trying to get the wiring connected to this new fuse box. So, Merry Christmas, sweetheart. We'll get your car back on the road here in the next few months. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let's get to the action. Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Twisted Angle Garage YouTube channel. Alright, you can see that we've got most of all the body panels off the front. Got the gas tank out, got everything gutted out of here pretty much that for now. I got to get all the steering components, get this front beam taken out of here. This whole mess here, get that taken out and replace it with this one down here that's a dropped one. Narrowed. We're going to start yanking all of this wiring and pointless ductwork stuff, but we're going to get all of this wiring out. I'm going to run new ducting just to a fan that she can turn on, so she'll at least have defrost. Maybe just a small electric heater so she can run that. But we're going to replace all of these. Go through all of the brakes on it. I do have a new master cylinder to put on it. The brakes work. That one's just old, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw the new one on it that I've got. Get all this crap cleaned up. Just keep going through the car. But as you can see, that's what all we got done now. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll probably get the whole beam out of the front. Start cleaning stuff up in here. As you can see, I got to start doing some body work because that hole goes straight into the inside of the cab, and that right there, you can see light, just breaking off. So this header panel needs to be replaced and all kinds of stuff. But for now, we're just going to get it all taken apart, cleaned up. We'll start throwing it all back together and assessing some stuff, and then I'll start ordering some body panels and pieces and this and that so I can get welded in and whatnot. But anyway. you can see what I just found right here. This tie rod is tight, got a key in it, cotter pin, and this one, it's like cross-threaded or just, no, I can feel it moving. That is definitely not safe. Yeah, reasons like that are why I wasn't letting my wife drive this car anymore. Now we can get all that taken care of. A little noisy in here right now, my heater kicked on. But you can now see all this crap that's got to be replaced and fixed. There's nothing we can't get done though. Replace it with that one. Make front end look a lot better. Got that all out, so now I need to get lines out of here. What the hell is this even going to? It's a, I don't know what the hell that's for. Old brake line, I don't know. Vent, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get all this stuff out of here and get it cleaned up. And like I said, for now, I'm just going to get everything cleaned up, throw some black Rust-Oleum paint on it, and kind of put it all back together so it's drivable and usable. And then at that point, I'll know all of the things I need to order and start purchasing. So anyway, we'll move on and get all this stuff taken out of here now. So I started testing out some colors, and we're going to do purple, but we don't like it. It'd have to be a lot darker purple than that. So I put a little blue on there, and my wife actually really likes blue, so we're going to go with blue on the color. But I started doing more sanding on the car. Got all of the fenders over here and tore apart so I can power wash them and sand them, get them painted. And you gotta love when you find a whole heap of, which I pretty well knew this car had some Bondo on it already, but I found where it's been hit over here, and it's all, see all this big thick Bondo right here. It's ridiculous. Alright, I'll just clean this a little bit and got some paint put on it before. I got a new fuse box I'm going to mount in here. And you can see I had just taped over where the old fuse box for now. I'm going to actually put a metal plate over that. But we're going to switch to modern fuses. So I got all of that I've got to get installed. Started doing sanding, and I'm not really doing any body work. All I'm just doing is sanding stuff down. You can see I've got a couple of the two back fenders. I've got a few coats of primer on them. I've been sanded down. Well, I've got to hit them with some 600, and then they will be ready for some paint. I'm going to get these sanded in the morning, get them primered so I can paint all 4 of the fenders at the same time, hopefully tomorrow. I did, just to see what color, if I like the color or not, went ahead and painted the tail light buckets. This has not been sanded or buffed or polished or anything, and I didn't get any clear coat put in my gun. I just used some lacquer clear coat out of a can just to see if I liked it. It actually turned out pretty good, so I'm going to probably just scuff these and I'll clear coat them when I clear coat the fenders so they've got more shine to them. But that's about where I'm at right now. So we'll get back to it. it is a new day here at the shop. Haven't got much done lately. I've been busy doing some other stuff. But either way, I've managed to make it back over here. I was in the other day and got some clear coat on the engine cover. Primer on the engine cover. We're going to get it wet sanded today and get some color put on it, and I don't know that I'll get anything else done today. I've got some stuff I got to get done this afternoon, so I'm going to try to get that knocked out, and we'll see how far I get. So let's get to it. Alright, so we got it all sanded down with some 600 grit wet dry. I got it cleaned off just using invisible glass cleaner. I'm gonna give it one more wipe down and get my paint in the gun. Open my door up with a little makeshift exhaust fan because it's pretty wet outside, so I'm not gonna open the big door. And we'll get some color put on this. So let's get it wiped down and we'll get going. Alright, we got the base coat on there, color coat. I'll let it dry overnight. I will come back tomorrow, and I've got the engine cover, and there's 3 of the fenders, and there's the other fender. I'm going to sand them down, wet sand them, and throw some clear coat on them, and get that stuff done and out of the way. And then I can go start working on this thing and get the windows out of it and get that all cardboard up and taped up and start doing more sanding. And I'm not really doing body work, but I'm just getting it cleaned up. So got to go back to working on the fuse box that I'm putting in. I've been re-going through the wires here, getting everything back to where it's supposed to be so I can get it all hooked in to the circuits on here. But I think that's where we're going to end off for today. See you tomorrow. everybody, it is another day here in the shop. I got a little bit of time today, not too much. I got some other stuff got to do. It's just a couple of days before Christmas, so I'm going to get over here and get some clear coat put on the engine cover so we can make sure we have that all shiny and ready to go, and give that to my wife whenever Christmas gets here in a couple of days. But either way, let's get some clear put on this and see how it turns out. Alright, we got some clear coat on it. I only see one or two little pieces of debris in it that I really don't care about. I'm not worried about it. If I cared that much about how the car looked in the paint job, I sure wouldn't be painting it here in front of a fan in front of my door in the dirty shop. But anyway, it's got some orange peel. I probably could have thinned out that clear coat a little bit to make it flow a little better, but I put enough on there that I'll come back tomorrow afternoon after it's cured for a day, and I will wet sand it and smooth it out some. Well, doesn't look too bad. It's a pretty cloudy day, so doesn't have a whole lot of pop to it right now. Alright everybody, it is the next morning. It's actually Christmas Eve. And, oh, don't fall off, don't fall off, don't fall off. Here is the engine cover. It's all dry now. It actually looks pretty good. It don't have too bad orange peel. I mean, it's not show quality by no means. But it is shiny, painted, kind of changes color a little bit because it's got like a silver flake in it. So I'm going to get some 2000 grit, sand this thing down, do a little polishing on it, put some wax on it, and get it ready to take home and wrap up as a present.